Alright, so now that we have been tasked with protecting the Shrine of Winds, we have 4 party members, and only 3 battle slots. So, we're gonna kick Gibari to the curb for now, because, spoilers, but we might be fighting a strong wind-based enemy very soon.
I was wondering about your pendant.
Good to know.
Didn't they take it when you were caught?
Well, Giacomo thought he took it from me at Lord Rodolfo's mansion, but I was one step ahead of him. The one he took is a fake. I made it just in case.
Right, you just have a fake pendant kicking around.
You never know, right?
Sure.
Right on, Shella.
Well, I mean, we did. Giacomo took it. Now we only have the real one.
Isn't as stupid as he looks, you know.
And I thought Callus was the
I
pragmatist.
asked an old witch to cast an intricate illusion spell on it. You wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Not that easily, anyway. I'll bet Gelderblame and Giacomo are furious by now.
That's a hilarious thought.
Yeah, they're probably gonna kill us.
Let's find the Shrine of the Winds and see what's going on.
Yeah, I guess our plan to stay out of enormously meaningful geopolitical and existential events has pretty conclusively failed at this point.
You know, we've been... You know, we've sort of fallen into the employ of the King of Diadem, and we've directly intervened in militaristic actions, so, you know... I'm sure it's nothing. We can probably patch those over.
That's a very uncomfortable sound coming from the game. Like, I can't lie, I thought that was like a car horn going off in your audio. But nope, that's coming from the game. It's really remarkable how bad it was. Okay, we're just going straight into it then.
Yeah, you would think the Shrine of Winds would be like a dungeon, but nah. Nope, here's a boss. We know you just fought one, but here's another one.
Sure, why not?
Prepare thyself, O lame child. Powers of the god long deceased, once awakened, can never again be set to slumber.
What? What do you mean?
You know well enough. Your pain will lead the world to the abyss of sorrow and despair. Yet you refuse to relent.
We can't let Goldenblade lay hands on that shining magnus!
Then defeat me in battle and claim it as your own.
Nothing personal, but we'll take you up on that offer. We don't have time to haggle.
I mean,
Let's do it.
why would it be personal? I don't follow that at all. Well, whatever. Let's fight, I guess. What do you got, Birdman?
Not a lot, to be completely honest. This is another fight that probably could have stood to be a bit more overtuned, because there ain't a lot happening here.
Is that all?
Well, I guess that's kind of a shame.
He does a lot of wind damage, as I'm sure you will be shocked to learn.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna be like, oh, I see you've read ahead in the guide, and so, but okay, but we're going to the Shrine of Wind, so I don't really know what the hell we would have expected, really.
Fear the winds of darkness. Sword style. Shadow wing.
I mean, he's got a couple nifty toys. He can just cause poison, so that everyone's favorite ailment's back. And, he's got a special attack that will put you to sleep, which is a little annoying, but really, that's about all he's got going for him.
I think my favourite thing about this guy is I feel like the designers couldn't quite decide whether to commit more to like the bird aesthetic or the butterfly aesthetic or the angel aesthetic. So he's got like there's the whole bird thing going on, but he's also got arms, but his arms also end in talons. Like, what's up with that, right? And this is before we even get anywhere near having to comment on that ribbon situation. Like, I feel like I'm losing my mind here. And all of these things seem, as seems to be a pattern lately, enormously more interesting than the actual fight that we're doing. So I don't really know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's a little regrettable. I do legitimately wish that some of these fights had more going on. Because, poison ain't it, Chief.
It'd be another decade before JRPGs suddenly remembered that, actually, what if we made debuffs really threatening? Like, what if we made statuses just, like, something that anyone would ever have to care about rather than just struggle through? I mean, I say that as though Fire Emblem has had them as a big deal forever, but like... I'm pretty sure we mentioned before about like, I don't know if it is different for anyone else, but Final Fantasy XIII was the first game that I specifically remember thinking like, hang on a minute, debuffs are actually really good. And even then they're just their basic mechanical concept, not to say nothing of the fact that this is Final Fantasy XIII where you can have 3 saboteurs as a viable party and wreck everything.
Yeah, I think my first real moment with that realization was probably Persona 4? Which would have been, what, 2008? So, yeah, roughly the same ballpark.
I can never remember anything about any Persona game, especially the ones that weren't remakes. Like, I remember P4G coming out, even though I never played it or the original, but I can tell you nothing about the original Persona 4. Also, I've just like never played a Persona, it's just like a huge blind spot in my library. I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, that being assumed to be the case, I'll take you at your word on that. That still gives us like a good 5 years or so after this game before a JRPG that either of us can remember where poison was viable started happening.
Well, I mean the entire SMT franchise on the PS2 era would probably qualify for that. So that at least the earliest one that I can think, I don't know if SMT3 or Digital Devil Saga. I think it would have been Nocturne. So I don't know when did Nocturne come out.
I mean, I'm fully prepared to accept that somebody was doing it, and I just wasn't paying any attention.
Okay, yeah, Nocturne was 2003. It was the same year, so...
I guess, and I say I guess in both the figurative and literal senses, because I am about to opine on something that I know absolutely nothing about. But I have the feeling that Pokemon would have been on this, while most people weren't. Like, from what little I actually know for certain about Pokemon, that it seems to be a game where the status up and status down and ailments and buffs could get ridiculously tactical, even if they didn't start becoming balanced until the later generations. But that's all I guess, because I have never played a Pokemon since Red and Blue.
Fair. Anyway, I got sick of my absolutely atrocious luck in that fight, so I just mercy killed it and skipped to a run in which I did substantially better.
Fair enough.
Like, around the time when Liu gets put to sleep, I'm like, you know what? No, we're done here.
I guess we still... I guess that means we get to see some evidence of a run actually failing at some point ever.
I wouldn't even say it failed, it just took so long that I was like, nobody is going to want to watch this to the conclusion.
Can't really argue with that.
Is this what we came for?
I mean, I don't see why you would have to ask. So, you gonna take it?
I was gonna say, like Jella, maybe? You want to take this one? Considering what happened last time? No? No, we'll just leave it to Liu. Alright.
Everyone okay here? Oh, I'm guessing at least one person here is not okay.
Are those cat people? Is that what that was?
This is so very, very normal. Just like completely fine.
The gate to Leth has been opened. The world is one step closer to destruction. I will find you all. None will escape.
Anyway, that seems fine. Just like everything's great. All is going according to something.
Dude, snap out of it.
Anybody want to, like, do something about this? No? No? Alright. Sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
You!
I'll deal with you soon enough, Alice. Wait patiently like a good boy. I'll be back for you.
Get back here!
So, like, okay, fine. Whatever. I guess we fucking lost that one then.
I mean, is that not how you anticipated recovering another one of the god cards to go?
I mean, after a point, no. I mean, I came in expecting to not actually get away with the thing.
Form of hypnosis. He should be
But...
fine now. It looks as if no other spell, curse, or the like was cast on him.
Aha.
The moment I saw the Magnus, everything just went black. I lost all awareness of my surroundings. My sincere apologies. This is all my fault.
I was completely under the spell of something very powerful called plot contrivance.
This was none of your doing. What's done is done. It seems as
Like,
though
this
the
is weak as hell.
shining magnets. They withdrew their
This is just like,
as soon as it was in their possession.
they could have done literally anything other than this.
Your Majesty, if this isn't
It is not a great justification for us to lose this card, no.
Detail about the legends surrounding the shrine and the stolen Magnus?
Long ago, In a time forgotten by most, a circle of evil wizards created 5 extraordinary magnus. The powers of Malpersio, god of death and destruction, were said to be sealed within them. They came to be known as the End Magnus. Cursed entities that would bring an end to all things by the power of Malpersio. The evil wizards fought fervently in a battle with those known as the Guardians. Eventually, the Guardians emerged victorious. Yet, neither blade nor fire could destroy the End Magnus. So they were sealed tightly with powerful magic and buried deep underground.
The shining Magnus we saw at the shrine. It must have been one of them.
It seems so.
2 of the 5 End Magnus have been unearthed and taken by the Empire. I'm sure Gelderblame will do whatever it takes to get his hands on the remaining 3.
I mean, I don't want to jump the gun or anything, but it seems pretty probable that Gelderblame probably already has the one from the Empire. Just throwing that out there.
Especially once the Emperor's plans are exposed.
Yeah.
I agree. Gelderblame
Anyway, did none of these guys think that this maybe wouldn't have been such a great idea to you know, try and capture the fundamental essence of evil god in cards?
Well, I mean, didn't you hear them? It was the work of the evil wizards that captured the essence of the evil god. Everybody else was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why can't we destroy these cards?
And, like, I also at the same time have the exact opposite problem. Like, would the evil wizards not have been like, yeah, let's just have the evil god out and about? Like, what's the priorities here?
They need you here. The injured must be treated, the castle repaired.
Also,
I ask you to let
is it me, or is this the first instance we've heard anywhere in the game of, like, one thing being captured in more than one card?
Your words ring true.
Like,
Very well.
this seems to have pretty fundamental existential implications.
Go and find the remaining.
It's like a Dracula thing, you know? This one's the left arm of Malpersio, and this one's the rib of Malpersio, or whatever the fuck.
First, you must depart for Anuenue and take my letter to
This
the queen.
seems highly
At
exploitable.
your disposal. I'm counting
But, like, are all of them, like, fundamentally evil, even though they were drawn from one thing that's fundamentally evil? Like,
Of course, you're coming too, right, Callus?
are we essentially doing, like, weird existential theological dupe exploits?
Amy, the one who took the Magnus. She was one of them. They came and killed Gramps and Fee. Giacomo and Amy. Looks like they're after the End Magnus too.
How could we have known that Giacomo was after the End Magnus? Could it have been when he showed up to attack you and took the End Magnus, Callus?
How did you get?
Yeah, but that would have required us to be paying attention.
I was working at the Imperial Manor, a home of Emperor Gelderblame, when I accidentally came across part of his scheme. I took a pendant from the mansion, which seemed to hold great importance, and then fled as fast as I could.
I see. It was fortunate you were there to delay their plans. You must have been through a lot. I appreciate your courage, Shella.
When did the fake one
Thank
get
you, Your
made? I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding a timeline here, but,
You must all be exhausted.
Yeah, don't
Take a well-deserved
worry
rest
about
before you
that.
leave for Anuenue.
okay.
It is a little implausible that she just stole it, ran away, and then made a fake somewhere along the way.
I just got this passing guide to just cast this incredibly powerful illusion enchantment on this one-of-a-kind artifact. Pretty standard stuff, really.
Anyway, before we head off to Anuenue, we are going to be good citizens, and we are going to help repair the castle.
It should be a rich vein of side quests. Also, it's been like multiple videos and we haven't come across any more family tree guys, so I'm incredibly skeptical.
I mean, I think we got everybody in Diadem, because we filled up that whole family.
I mean, do you think I wouldn't suspect the game was doing worse? So did he just say magnetize? Like, are we going to allow that to pass uncommented upon?
So yes, this quest is literally make some empty magnus and absorb every single one of these pieces of rubble.
So, like, we can absorb the stuff into the magnus, and then we can just, like, make the thing in the magnus go away permanently forever. And, like, now it's gone forever. It's just, like, deleted from existence. That's what we're getting at here. We can just literally make stuff disappear now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, this would appear to have rather enormous implications on everything. Like,
well, don't worry. We're not gonna just be observing some of the fundamental cracks in the nature of this world's lore. We're also going to be doing some good old-fashioned hard labor.
Oh, aha. So we can push them, but we can't absorb these ones? What is happening? No, really, don't just let that hang. I demand an answer to this.
You seek an answer for which there is none.
I can't work under these conditions. Like, why would you show me this?
Well, it was important. We had to do that so that we could get the Hydra card.
Aha. Well, that's great, I guess.
I was told you'll be leaving for Anu. The vessel behind me is His Majesty's ship, the Mindir. It's at your disposal by order of the King.
Okay. I guess we have an airship.
It's currently undergoing preparations for the trip, though.
You know, I'm sure that won't be confusing at all when, like, the royal airship shows up and then, like, Callus gets off of it.
He seemed awfully depressed after what happened at the shrine. I'm a little worried about him.
Anyway, yeah, I did wonder about that at the start of all this. I was like, yeah, that's quite a vehicle in the background there, but I guess I've just become numb to this game's airships already.
What should I do? I have betrayed my people. I can't return to my homeland. But they used me, manipulated my thoughts to make me a tool for their vile plans.
Might I recommend revenge?
I want to go back.
I mean, if it's good enough for Callus.
Liud, I was thinking, why don't you come with us?
I beg your pardon?
Come on, Shella. Are you serious? I mean, there's no guarantee he won't stab us in the back again. You never know.
I mean, point, though. Like, he was literally hypnotized to betray us, apparently. And we've got the word of some guy that, no, he's totally fine now. Even though they didn't spot it in the first place. Like, I don't know.
I'll pop you one in the jaw. You'll snap right out of it.
Once again, Gibari's coming through with his solution of, it's okay, I'll just beat the shit out of you.
About stopping Gelderblame and his malicious plans.
I mean,
Please,
he sounds like he knows what he's
we
talking
could
about.
really use your help.
I understand. If you really need my help, I'd be more than happy to accompany you. Thank you so much. I'll do my best.
Well, that was fun.
So before we leave, we should just take a moment and run back down to the shop. Get a few things before we go.
Yeah, we've got like a whole new guy to buy cards for.
He did have a dark trumpet that was for sale earlier. We should probably grab it before we leave.
It's a fine tradition in JRPGs of this era to have new character joinings foreshadowed by unfamiliar weapons turning up in shops. Like hell, if I was making a JRPG today, I'd be doing that deliberately. Well, that was fascinating. No other surprise bullshit that appears out here?
Nah, we're just gonna head to the church real quick and level up, and then that's gonna be it for Diadem. We're off to the next island, Anue Anue.
And I can't wait to see how surprised we continue to be by how plainly and straightforwardly evil the Empire is. Like, I don't know. I feel like despite the pragmatists that we're being led by, we've got some remarkable failures of cynicism here.
Eh, I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. I mean, how many times could they really be tricked by the Empire doing that same bit over and over?
I'm thinking at least 4 more.